Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. Now, a few weeks ago, depending on when you watch this, or if you're watching this in a couple of years, or maybe you're watching it in 2025, and if you're watching it then we did it ages ago. But if you're watching it a couple from when we actually put this video out, we did a video on the band Jinjer, and we did this on Perennial. Now, we're going to be checking out another live performance by Jinjer, Vortex from Wacken 2023. So it should be an interesting performance. Don't know the song. I haven't actually heard this song as far as I remember. So looking forward to checking it out. We do watch the video all the way through to the end, and then we'll give all our thoughts and breakdown at the end. So that way you get to enjoy the song. We get to enjoy the song without any interruptions. Let's go check it out.
Are you ready for this shit? A man in the room looks so dramatic with an attitude on his right foot. The spiral traffic.
Okay, Jinjer and Vortex. Now I'm going to go to Kirk first on this. Because obviously you mentioned to me about obviously us covering this particular video. So one, I'd like to kind of get the idea of why pick this song. What was your thought process behind it, and that will hopefully understand what you thought about this performance. Because this isn't the first time you've seen this performance. So talk us through it.
Yeah, so the reason I wanted to analyze this is because it's from their 2021 album, Wallflowers, and this is probably the most prog album that they've done. And I just think that when you're playing a large open air venue like that, there's going to be some difficulties in really conveying the intimacy of that sound. And if you watch the video, I think there are a couple of moments where certainly Tatiana and the drummer, I think we're getting a bit frustrated. Because just listen to the vibrations on that drum snare at the beginning. The echo effect on that, you'd think you were listening to a Phil Collins album from the early 80s.
Yeah.
And that does not suit the song, because if you listen, he actually plays that opening a bit like Stuart Copeland of the Police, that great drummer from the Police, who he's actually incredible when you listen to what he's doing, even though they're pop songs. So the other thing as well, I don't think they could get it going. Those guitars, there was some clarity when Roman steps on the distortion pedal, but you couldn't really hear what I call the double jointed shapes. You could hear his more dissonant chords, but there was still a lot of energy and there was really a great diversity of dynamics in that song. And there was one, I think it was leading up to the second chorus, where you just saw the true talent of Tatiana, where she just did it at the blink of an eye, a really melodious belting voice, and then just went straight into a growl. And that's incredible, because in the studio, I doubt even she does that in one take. If you go on YouTube, she actually does songs like Judgment and Punishment in one take, and you're just thinking, how can you do that without pausing for breath? But I just wanted to hear really your thoughts on that. Playing a big open air venue like Wacken, is it brave to be playing quite a complex prog metal song that's already going to probably struggle to get people going? And when you can't really grasp hold of those moments when it does go heavy, like that breakdown at the end, I think felt a bit flat through no fault of their own. I just don't think they could get the live sound to suit the intricacy of this song.
Okay. Andy, you can go next if you want. I've got thoughts, but I'll let you go.
I haven't got much to say, to be honest. I mean, anyone who saw our last video on Jinjer will know that was my first experience of the band. Obviously, a name I've heard of, and lots of our friends like it, and they're championed and portrayed to be an excellent band. You said off camera before we started, Kirk, you said you wondered what we would think of the sound, the mix of this particular performance, and it was poor, wasn't it? Really, even with a less experimental and sort of prog song, I think it would have struggled to come through with any sort of positive, experience. I mean, I'm taking away, the talent of this young lady on vocals. I mean, as you said, it was melodious and clean, and then at the 2-minute mark, she really hits them harsh vocals, and I really enjoyed that. And then sort of, just before that breakdown at 3.5 minutes, there's a thunderous low growl, which was absolutely excellent. But I think what I'm going to take away from this is the recorded studio version. I think I would enjoy, because there was a lot there, but it just wasn't coming through the surface. It did seem very muddled. It almost seemed like, I don't know, sort of experimental jazz. Do you know what I mean? There just seemed to be a lot going on, but it wasn't coming through. But I knew it was there, kind of thing. And I think I would appreciate the musicianship and the skill they were, from particularly the guitarist, which obviously I'm going to relate to, but it just wasn't coming through on that mix. And the sort of wide shots of the crowd, you could see there wasn't really much. They didn't seem to be getting. Perhaps they were stunned at what they were hearing as well, saying, "Well, we love this band, we love this song, but it's just coming across really poor in the sound." But yeah, you could see Tatiana adjusting her in-ears and everything, so it wasn't the sort of their finest hour on stage, I wouldn't have thought, but an interesting band that I should perhaps check out further.
Okay. So I am so glad that I've checked out numerous other Jinjer performances, music videos, etc. before this, because if this had been the first one we'd ever seen, I don't think I'd have come back to this band again, because there was nothing about that song. You can understand that they're all talented musicians, from the guitar playing, etc. You can look at them, you can see what they're doing, and you're like, yeah, okay. And I'm just going, this is prog. This is just prog, heavy prog metal here. Occasionally getting into death, but generally it's prog metal. And I'm looking at it going, you're at Wacken. What the fuck are you doing playing a prog metal song here? The audience is sitting there. No one's moving. Every other gig I've ever seen of taken of a Wacken festival, the crowd are bouncing, the crowd are surfing, there's movement. The crowd are sitting there going, we don't know what the fuck to do. And I don't even know if it's the sound. I think it's the bad song choice. Now, this is a song that I would have said, this is an album song. You don't have to take a song off the album and play it live. And I think it's a bad decision to play that song live because it doesn't work for me. There isn't anything to grasp onto. You know my saying, there's a good 3-minute song there. There's about 3 good 3-minute songs there. If they actually stripped that song down and made it into 3 separate tracks, there was actually probably 3. There's about 9 minutes worth of content there. But half the time, there's random change. And this is where that prog metal element comes in. And I'm just like, I understand they can do it, but it's not the part of Jinjer that I enjoyed listening to. I like the heavy breaks. I like the elements of the jazz sort of playing that they can throw in there, but it has a more natural flow. This had no natural flow to me. So I got to the end of the song going, thank fuck that song is over, because I don't want to listen to it ever again. But I really like everything else I've heard by this band. Every other song I've ever listened to, I've looked at, watched, and gone, fuck, that is heavy. Fuck, that's amazing. I've headbanged. This one puts me off it completely and destroys any kind of vibe I had going into it. So I just don't understand the band's decision to put that as a live performance when they've already got a massive back catalogue of great crowd pleasers. So why put this song in the set? It's not needed. Leave it as an album, unless you're going to be able to do it well and do it live and do it in maybe an intimate where you can control the sound. Maybe if you can do that with a decent backtrack, but not on a festival stage. I think that's just a bad call from Jinjer. That's my thought on it anyway. Anyway, we'd love to hear from the Jinjer fans. What did you think about that live performance from Wacken? If you enjoyed our video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the video sometime very soon. Take care.